The different lights of DC's emotional spectrum, willpower, fear, rage, hope, compassion, love, avarice, death, and life, are each represented by a color. Each of these colors, in turn, is represented by a core of warriors who each wield a ring that is powered by that particular emotion. For example, Sinestro has the ability to cause great fear in people, therefore he wields a yellow ring, the color of fear. With this ring, he is protected by a force field, has the ability to fly, can augment his strength and speed to superhuman levels, can fire energy blasts, and has the ability to create constructs based on his own thoughts, which can range from anything as simple as a basic shield to an intricate piece of functioning machinery. And also a handy little facial hair trimmer. Look at that mustache. Now, the wide array of characters in DC Comics who are capable of wielding each of the different rings, by virtue of being strongly associated with a particular emotion, got me thinking about characters from other sources who might be able to wield each different ring. DC aren't exactly short of competition, but who better to use for this test than Marvel? They have an abundance of characters who could wield the power rings themselves, albeit not the ones you may think. So, once again, I'm Ewan, this is What Culture Comics, and here are 9 Marvel characters who could wield each of DC's Lantern rings, and why. Number 9, Dr. Doom, Willpower, the Green Lantern ring. Although not a hero, there is absolutely no doubt that Dr. Doom could wield a ring powered by the green light of willpower. On sheer force of will alone, Doom has managed to do the following: continue to concentrate during a horrifically painful attack by the incredibly powerful, reality-warping, omnipotent, omniscient cosmic being the Beyonder, ignored a planetary-scale mutation by the advanced being known as the High Evolutionary, which mutated every other living being on the planet, shrugged off the attempts of powerful telepaths such as Emma Frost and Purple Man to enter and control his mind, refused to let out even the smallest noise or indication of pain whilst being tortured in hell, and to make this all even better, his armor is filled with powerful gadgets for both defensive and offensive purposes. He is skilled in the mystic arts, is a very capable physical fighter, and is incredibly intelligent. Did we mention he plays a mean horn? Plus, and this is the most exciting thing of all, his constructs would be extremely intricate and useful and way more advanced than anything any lantern has ever produced before, at least the Earthbound ones. All of these factors combined mean that he is the ideal candidate for a green ring and would make a supremely powerful Green Lantern. He even went good as Iron Man a few years ago, so it totally could happen. Number 8, Mr. Fear. Fear, the Sinestro Core Yellow Ring. I thought it would be pretty interesting to include a lesser-known character in this list, and hey, Mr. Fear, primarily known as a Daredevil villain, fits the bill perfectly. Although he is indeed quite rarely used in comics and not as well known as the likes of Dr. Doom, the Green Goblin, and Loki, Mr. Fear is certainly a force to be reckoned with. He is essentially just Marvel's Scarecrow, and as we know from Blackest Night, Scarecrow was capable of wielding a yellow ring pretty competently. Mr. Fear has the added bonus of being a capable hand-to-hand combatant as well, however, which would only add his claims for a place in the Sinestro Corps. He would strike a formidable pose in his dark cloak and skull mask if he was also glowing in the yellow light of fear, and would be even more capable of frightening his foes with the power he'd possess by wearing the yellow ring. Number 7, Red Hulk, Rage, the Red Lantern ring. The Hulk is rage incarnate, we know that, but he's green. Therefore, the obvious choice for a red ring is Hulk's equally angry and slightly more evil counterpart, the Red Hulk. Instead of getting stronger as he gets more angry, like the Green Hulk does, Red Hulk just gets hotter, and no, not in a sexy way. And he has been so angry that the heat he emits has turned sand to glass, making him perfect for a rage-powered Red Lantern ring. Unlike the Green Hulk, Red Hulk keeps his human intelligence when he's hulked out, so he is tactically sound and calculating, given that he is also General Thunderbolt Ross, a military leader. This also means he can create the kind of useful constructs with his ring that the Green Hulk would be incapable of creating, unless he was the Professor at a given moment. Think about it, a flying Hulk with a force field and the ability to create powerful energy constructs. That's something I wouldn't want to mess with, an absolute force of nature. Number 6, Captain America, Hope, the Blue Lantern ring. Captain America would be an ideal candidate to wield the blue light of hope and become a member of the Blue Lantern Corps. As America's World War II super soldier, Captain America was a symbol of freedom and hope in the fight against the Nazis. I can't think of a better example from the world of Marvel to wield a Blue Lantern ring, let alone the comics medium. With his fantastic leadership skills, tactical proficiency, and ability in the field of battle, Captain America would make a fine Blue Lantern, and it would be great to see him wielding some real power to complement his bravery and skills as a fighter, rather than merely operating at the peak of human potential. Plus, the fact that his costume is already blue just makes it all the more fitting. Number 5, Professor Charles Xavier, Compassion, the Indigo Tribe ring. Who better to wield the Indigo Ring of Compassion than the man who will take any young mutant into his institute after the rest of society has rejected them? Professor Charles Xavier, leader of the X-Men and founder of the Xavier Institute, which is housed in his mansion in New York, is a hugely powerful mutant telepath with the ability to control, manipulate, and read the minds of others. His compassion is second to none, as he will take in even the most misguided and troublesome mutants to show them that the world isn't entirely against them, and that there is a future worth fighting for. Coupled with his genius-level intellect and leadership qualities, an Indigo Lantern Ring would make Xavier an even more formidable individual and would make him a physical threat to his enemies as well as a mental threat. Number 4. Enchantress. Love. Star Sapphire / Violent Lantern Ring. With her natural beauty and allure, her love for Thor, and her magical ability to make men fall for her, Amora the Enchantress is the ideal candidate to wield the Violet Ring of Love and become a member of the Star Sapphires. Although not strictly a female-only core, the Star Sapphires have all been young women thus far, but this is simply because most men are not worthy, and Enchantress would be a worthy addition. The powers of the Violet Lantern Ring would complement her magical powers nicely and make her a formidable member of the core. Already capable of generating powerful mystical force fields, Enchantress could augment them with an extra layer provided by the ring's powers, giving her an impenetrable shield through which to work her magics and create her constructs. Number 3. The Collector. Avarice, the Orange Lantern Ring. Avarice, or greed as it is perhaps better known, is a trait most definitely associated with the Collector. A secondary antagonist in the first Guardians of the Galaxy film, the Collector actually collects superheroes. Yep, you read that correctly. He has a bit of a penchant for collecting powerful artifacts and, if at all possible, that includes living beings. He's the Magpie of Marvel. If it's shiny / powerful, he wants it. As an Elder of the Universe, the Collector is already enormously powerful, but in this instance, that wouldn't stop an orange ring from being attracted to him. And being so greedy, an orange ring isn't something he'd say no to owning either. Although he's enormously powerful, he would certainly benefit from the force field provided by wearing an orange lantern ring, and he'd immensely enjoy the opportunity to use it to create items for his collection with his thoughts. Number 2. Dracula. Death, the Black Lantern Ring. Most undead characters in fiction are mindless, brain-dead morons who would be completely unsuitable wielders of a ring with the intricate powers of a lantern ring. Marvel's Dracula, however, is not one of those morons. The Prince of Darkness would relish the opportunity to gain the powers associated with the Black Lantern Ring since, in Marvel, he's not all that powerful at his base level. The Count is a mediocre sorcerer with the old magics, the ability to turn into a bat or mist, the ability to hypnotize, and a reliance on spellbooks to cast his more powerful spells, slightly superhuman physical statistics, and good hand-to-hand skills being his main powers and abilities. Giving him a Black Lantern Ring would augment his statistics and make him very, very hard to kill, as the rings have virtually unlimited regenerative abilities and are near impossible to remove. It would make him a legitimate threat to the likes of Doctor Strange, whom, despite comics history, Marvel's Dracula has no right to challenge, rather than someone whom Spider-Man and Blade can take out with relative ease. And number 1, Jean Grey. Life, the White Lantern Ring. As the Phoenix, Jean Grey is the vessel for the Phoenix Force, an immortal and mutable manifestation of the prime universal force of life and passion. As the Phoenix, Jean can resurrect people from death and manipulate the life force energy of others. This would make her a prime candidate to wield the white light of life and become a White Lantern. With her already enormous telepathic and telekinetic powers, Phoenix Jean with a White Lantern Ring would be a near unkillable godlike cosmic force of nature capable of defeating almost any foe. She would be able to bring entire deceased populations back to life and cause lush forests that had been destroyed by deforestation to flourish once more. She would certainly be the most powerful lantern on this list, and one of the most powerful in comic book history. And that was our little hypothetical list on which Marvel characters would be able to wield the power rings of DC's own lanterns. Agree? Disagree? Have your own suggestions? Please do let us know down in the comments below, and please remember to support the channel further by liking, sharing, and subscribing if you haven't already. As always, I've been Ewan. Catch me on socials at Ewan Ruins Things, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hello YouTube, we're turning things up to 11 with the launch of What Culture Music.
It's our brand new channel featuring all those lists you just can't get enough of, including creepy hidden messages in your favourite pop songs.
As well as radio-friendly songs that detail literal murder. That's as well as Chatty Faces, where we get personal with you on our sordid musical tastes, in-depth discussion podcasts, and we're even doing quality fun stuff like tournaments and quizzes too.
There's going to be something for everybody, so come on over and make some sweet music with us.
Or just watch the videos, that works too.
Like, share and subscribe at the link below, and we will see you there.
Bye.